This is going to be just a general message for those who need it, for those who are in a situation right now where they are like, oh my goodness, everything is intense right now. What's going on? Hopefully this is going to help you, because I'm feeling it. Saturn has recently left Pisces and it has entered into Aries. And as someone with a lot of Aries placements, including my sun, boy, I have been feeling it. And as of lately, it has been very, very intense. So I'm just going to shuffle these cards. I am using the Dreams of Gaia, or Gaia. I'm sorry. I don't know how to pronounce that, but I'm sure someone can clarify me in the comments. This is one of my favorite oracle decks because of the imagery and how in-depth the guidebook goes into. So, yes, I will be right back. Resistance. Going to be going through the guidebook, so excuse me for that, but I am merely the messenger. I am not, someone who is very advanced at this, but I can say that I feel that I can be helpful with message interpretation and offering my natural intuition and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, we're starting off with an Earth card. This is the King of Earth, and look how beautiful that is, my goodness. Okay, so material realm. This was the 8 of Water. This is the, wow, that's a beautiful fire card. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay. Okay, we have a major arcana card. We have emotions. We have the Counselor, water card. And then another major arcana, the Maiden. All right. Interesting with emotions and the Counselor. So we're gonna go ahead and go in order, starting off with the King of Earth. All right, King of Earth. We have keywords. I'm going to read these keywords off for you. Successful, industrious, devoted, steadfast, authoritative, reliable, dedicated. Immediately, this is giving Saturn energy. Key phrases: take pride in accomplishments, pay it forward, honor your process. Now is not the time to make changes. Life is meant to be enjoyed. Free yourself from control. Don't be lazy. Abuse/misuse of power. Let's see. The meaning. The King of Earth is a very satisfied man, and he has every reason to be. Everything he touches turns to gold. His kingdom is secure and wealthy, and his people are happy and prosperous. While some may consider that his circumstances are born of luck, he is a natural leader, and his success is born of hard work and dedication. He is proud of his accomplishments, and he is not afraid to acknowledge them, and more importantly, to enjoy them. However, despite any appearance of excess, he is very grounded and realistic and enjoys abundance because he is wise and careful. The King of Earth is not afraid to be open or candid because he has no insecurities or emotional baggage to feed doubts and fears. He is only too willing to share in his success, and he gives advice and guidance without hesitation when asked. He does not fear that doing so will give rise to a competitor or rival. And he believes that everyone is entitled to the same opportunities. He is clear-minded and reliable, someone you can trust and depend on. He is also wise, intelligent, and those factors keep him at the forefront. Pause. Immediately I'm thinking that I have a strong sense of feeling that this is you, and it's not someone else. You don't have to be an earth sign. But I feel that you may have heavy earth placements, or you may have a lot of Saturn aspects in your natal chart. Anyways, what this is telling me is you have been doing a good job at being consistent. You've been showing up on time. You've been putting in the honest, hard work. You haven't been cheating your way into things. You have a strong sense of integrity. Because I feel that you're a strong believer of karma. You know that things are karmic. You're also just a very self-aware person. You're honest. You're earnest. And either you are where you want to be, which is as stated here, you know, as it says, his kingdom is secure and wealthy and his people are happy and prosperous, or you could be in that situation, right, but you're not satisfied. I think the thing that really makes you satisfied is the work itself. I think that that is what creates meaning for you and your life. Yeah. The King of Earth may appear in your reading to tell you that it is okay to rejoice in your success. All too often, we are made to feel that taking pride in our success equates to being boastful. This can lead to feelings of guilt and decision to stay silent. Yeah, okay. So, you have a lot of accomplishments. You've done a lot of things. You've worked real fucking hard. Good. Good for you. Seriously. I'm proud of you and I'm proud for you. But do not be afraid to really own that and to share that with the world. What's wrong with every now and then sharing that success? You're not bragging. You're stating facts. Now, of course, there is a difference and it can turn into bragging, but you are not the type of person to really focus a conversation on yourself. You're the kind of person to be just so grounded and practical and just into what you're doing in the very moment. But you're not a bad person for being proud of yourself. Stop being so hard on yourself. And like you take ownership with negative aspects, take ownership of the positive aspects as well, that you're doing a great job and that success deserves to be celebrated. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into the next card. Next card, y'all, we got the Eight of Water. Keywords: gratitude, appreciation, delight, joyfulness, happiness, positivity, pride, and harmony. If you are already unhappy, more will not make you happier. Focus on all that is good in your life. Question an unnecessary desire for more. Cherish what you have now. Be prideful, not boastful. Create a positive environment. The attitude of gratitude, a positive state of appreciation. Yeah, guys, this card really goes into the last card. What I was feeling before. It's like you have all of these accomplishments. You have done so much. You have made the impossible possible. Like your younger self wouldn't even believe the things that you've fucking done. And it just feels like it's never enough. And I feel that the mentality right now is just, okay, what's next? Yeah, what's next? What's next? What can I do better? What are my opportunities? And it's like, no, man, like, this is it now. This is as good as it gets, because as good as it gets is your mentality. You can have everything in the world that you thought you'd want and you would still be dissatisfied. I promise you that. What needs to happen is to transform that perspective. Definitely death card energy. Transformation does need to happen, and it will happen whether you like it or not. I feel that. And yeah, we need to adopt a new perspective. We need to, I know it sounds cliche and it's over repeated, but these are the facts. And this is just me practically transferring that message to you, is to have more gratitude, to really, really, really see the material aspects that are surrounding you, that you have worked so hard for, whether it be your apartment, your house that you bought, your car, your clothes, the food, what do you have in your fridge, the soaps you may use, the perfume you have privilege to be able to use every day, and to be proud of yourself, but not boastful. Yeah, cherish what you have now and question that unnecessary desire for more. It's like, where is this coming from and why? And to realize and to notice this cycle. And right now, Saturn, I call him Professor Saturn because he is like that tough professor. Right now, he's questioning us and he is being hard on us. And I feel like he is coming through to this video to you directly, about discipline and accountability. Yeah, you may be very disciplined and hold yourself accountable and others accountable in many other ways, but this is something that's new that needs to be addressed. In order to care for yourself, in order to enjoy. It doesn't always have to be grind, blood, sweat, and tears, man. There's no, well, 5 years from now, this investment will grow and I'll be better. No, it's here and it's now. And I know it's very hard to accept sometimes, but that's kind of like it. And Spirit is saying to loosen up a little bit more and to laugh a little bit more. You know, nothing has to be so serious all the time. And I understand, I can relate on that because I have a tendency to take everything just so seriously. Like, I just cannot relax. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna pull up the next card, which is going to be our fire card. All right, we're on the 10 of fire. My favorite, just because of the imagery on that card is so beautiful. Take a look at that again. I'm sorry, the lighting is horrible. I don't have good filming equipment. We're doing it DIY with the iPhone right now, but that is a beautiful card. Keywords: doing, self-mastery, mastery, evolution. Ooh, I like that word. Enlightenment, light work, light being, and discipline again. Okay, Saturn. Okay. Key phrases: mastery of both craft and self. Take command of yourself and life. Accountability. Take responsibility for your actions. You can't make this shit up. Do not be a slave to outside forces. No, don't let anything step on your toes. Order, structure. Oh my goodness, this is so Saturnian. And simplicity. Be disciplined and dedicated. Stop making excuses and act. What's coming to mind real quick? Letting Spirit come through. Be proactive, not reactive. You can do anything you set your mind and act upon. We already know that, and you already know that, baby. You are the magic. Meaning, the 10 of fire symbolizes mastery, not just of a skill or craft, but of oneself. It means understanding the tools of your craft and wielding them with skill, precision, and craftsmanship. It's about knowing yourself and using that knowledge and understanding to bring to you all that you need and desire with the same level of skill, precision, and craftsmanship. The master illustrated the 10 of fire knows how to wield his personal power, or her. He moves with clear intentions and he acts with the same intent. He is aware of what motivates his behavior and his actions and exhibits complete self-command. He acts with deliberation, with complete awareness of the effect, karma, cause and effect, his actions will have upon himself and his environment. He is not only confident, he is also capable. He has evolved from a person who has lacked awareness and perhaps blamed others for the problems in his life because he was unable to see that every action gives rise to a consequence. He once stumbled about his inexperience, resulting in more mistakes and triumph. Yeah, you have been through a lot. I mean, we all have. Welcome to Samsara, welcome to Earth, you know. But you're the type of person who has suffered so much to where it's like, okay, how can I prevent this? This is bad. Instead of just like, I'm just going by vibes and everything is happening to me and it's not happening for me. And I feel like that you have adopted that mentality because instead of being bitter about things, you've adopted the mentality of, I'm either winning or I'm learning. And why you've been so successful, whether you realize it or not and want to admit it or not, is because of that. So give yourself a pat on the back. You know, you are really mastering thyself. And of course, there's always going to be opportunities and small things to work on. But I feel that, you know, Spirit is saying, now is the time to focus on the internal. Now is the time to focus on the shadows, what's hidden, what's not earth, what's not tangible, what you're used to mastering. I feel like that we have to come back to ourselves. And what I suggest for you specifically is to connect with that part of the self at night. Because what I'm feeling and what I'm seeing is, you know, you may be someone who is just always on the go. And you're just not really able to do that because it feels like it's just kind of hindering your success or what you need to do. And I feel that that will be too stressful, as if someone was like trying to stop smoking and they're quitting cold turkey. I think that it's something that you have to do slowly, and it has to work with you because it shouldn't be a super painful process. Because if it is, it won't last and it won't work. So I think that once you are in your isolation, once you're comfortable, please do approach those things and take care of yourself, appreciate yourself, share that success with others, whether they want to hear it or not. That's the thing. So we're going to get into the next card. I'm going to go ahead and find that page and I'll be right back. Hello, I'm back with your next card, which is the 12 of Water, also known as the Counselor. All right. Keywords are empathetic, wise, objective advice, trustworthy, emotional, understanding, clarity, and sharing. A time of questions and mixed emotions, maybe looking beyond the words of emotions. Mixed or confused emotions. Listen, hear. Seek objective counsel. An emotionally complex situation. A lack of empathy. An opportunity for understanding. Be receptive, not rejecting. Are feelings preventing a resolution? Okay, this is deep. So I feel like, you know, in this case, the counselor, obviously it's not going to be you, but I feel like you've been feeling the need for counseling, whether it's with a counselor or it's with someone that you love. Because there is a lot of mixed emotions right now. I feel like that there has been a lot of intensity lately. And I think that you're seeking some type of comfort that you can't gain within yourself. So you're looking for this type of a person that may help you. But I feel like that you're so used to doing everything by yourself that that is a hard step to take. Also, I believe that you have trust issues and you're so used to being let down. So it's kind of like, what's the point? But I think that you shouldn't give up. And I know that you're not going to give up because you're going to really get that. You may have already talked to this person or you're about to talk to this person. What it says here, though, is the Counselor of Water represents one who stands high, an elder, advisor, or wise man or woman whom the king or queen calls upon to discuss their feelings. Yes, in this case, you'd be the king or the queen. Regarding a situation or experience or concern. I feel like that there is also a lot of change happening within your life right now. It's very abrupt, it's very intense. There could have been something that shook you and you're worried and overthinking that something may be your fault when you're just trying to see the facts, and if it is, and if there was something that you did wrong, if there is something that you need to change going forward, again with that discipline, that holding yourself accountable. But I think that I don't want to say that it's not you necessarily, because there had to be a cause and effect. And I don't want to be saying, no, it's not your fault, because people are complicated and things need to be addressed case by case. It's not just black and white. But I think that there needs to be a little bit more gentleness. There needs to be a little bit more understanding, because I feel like you've had to toughen up so much that sometimes empathy is just hard to gain, because it's like, well, what about you? What about me? And you shouldn't be acting this way, because you can't expect everyone to be as self-aware as you are. Sometimes people are doing things and they seriously don't realize it. And as hard as that is to believe, that is the freaking truth. Not everybody can be as self-aware as you. And it's not a talent, it's because of your hard work and your suffering and what you've gone through, Let's see. It says, a need to be empathetic and objective when dealing with emotionally complex situations. If you can, look beyond the words being spoken to and see the emotions behind them. If you cannot, the counselor asks you to seek out the wisdom of someone who can. There you go. If there is something to where it's just like, I'm not understanding, don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be shameful. Don't be bashful now. Go on and get help. That's why we all have each other. Okay, the next one is going to be the Maiden, the Major Arcana card in this case. The last two are actually both Major Arcana cards. So I'll be right back. Or no, we just flipped right to the page. Keywords are fertility. You may be fertile right now. Independence, self-esteem, confidence, self-expression, self-exploration, self-interest, sexuality, creativity, selfishness, codependence, and timidity. Key phrases are follow your dreams, discover your passions, focus on self-discovery, address self-imposed limits and restrictions. Highlight that. Really listen to that. Increased independence. Yeah, you've been real independent lately. You thought you couldn't do it, and you are. Seek your own answers. Release feelings of fear and abandonment. Craving attention. Needing rescue. Express goals and desires. Be true to self. Acting with empathy. Okay, so that's going back to the counselor card. Yeah, we need to be a little bit more empathetic. I'm not saying go all the way, but just a little bit. Just try to be a little bit more understanding. Yeah, I feel like you are someone who, because you have worked so hard, you are very humble. You're not the attention go-getter. Like, we all seek it and we all need it, especially you. I feel like that you're a very simple person and you just want some recognition and you just want to feel appreciated. And you don't exactly know how to get that, but all I can say is just be true to yourself, of course, and express what you feel that you need to express, because more often than not, that's okay and that's acceptable. As long as you're not hurting anybody, you're allowed to do that. You're an adult, sorry, I'm just being receptive. I'm like being an antenna and like soaking up what needs to be said. No one can save you. If you want it, go get it. Be more expressive. Talk about yourself a little bit more. Upload more pictures of yourself. Dress up a little bit more. You're not too much. It's okay to be a little less modest. There you go. I think you exactly know what this means. Yep. And it's plain and simple. I don't need to go more into it. That's just the message, and I am the messenger. So the next one is going to be the emotions card. So let me pull that up real quick, and then we will finish the reading off. I feel emotions have been intense, maybe because of that certain situation that has transpired. And honestly, this year has been intense emotionally, I feel, for collective. Yep. Okay, keywords. Emotions, feelings, emotional honesty, positive emotions, negative emotions, duality, acknowledgement, acceptance, expression. Key phrases are: all emotions are necessary. How are your feelings influencing you? Use your feelings to evaluate a situation, empathy. Heed the message behind the feeling. Yeah, there's that again. Go deeper into it. What's the hidden meaning here? What's not being said? What can you feel? Are you a negative or positive person? Do not prejudge the present based on the past. I feel like that's easy for us to do, collective. We're just pattern recognizers. But not everything is the same. It's not black and white. Practice acknowledging your feelings. Fill your day with laughter. There it is again. Yes, lighten up. It does not need to be so serious. It does not need to be so serious. And you do not have to be afraid, because I think that the thing is we feel that once we lighten up that everything is going to fall apart. You know, bills aren't going to get paid. I'm not going to do this. It's going to come in the way of this. Please, I promise you it's not. Trust to let go just a little bit, to laugh, to take a fucking break. It's okay to do that. And you'll see, and you'll gain and develop that trust with yourself and the divine over time, because it'll be like, see, nothing happened, and you got to take a break, you got to laugh a little bit. Step back and detach emotionally. Positive emotions open you to learning. Repressing emotions creates disease. Address symptoms of emotional repression. The emotion card represents the influence that our feelings and emotions have upon your choices and decisions. The positive feelings and emotions that have the most influence upon us are love, joy, gratitude, peace, and serenity, hopefulness, inspiration, amusement, pride, awe, and curiosity. We also feel the range of negative emotions, with the primary examples being fear, anger, disgust, jealousy, sadness, regret, loss, and hate. The key message of emotions card is that feelings and emotions are neither good nor bad. Non-dualism. All are necessary, and each and every emotion we experience has both a positive and negative element in nature. Positive and negative exists in all that influences us, whether it be a single thought, belief, experience, or an emotion. Yes. I was seeing if there was any important things that I could have missed, but you can kind of see on the card the right side versus the left side. You know, we've got big balance energy with emotions. And basically, to summarize, all of your emotions that you've been feeling have been necessary because it led you to this very moment. Because emotions lead to choices. It led you here, and now you are gaining hopefully some insight. And these emotions have been powerful because, so sorry my video cut off, I am running out of storage, but to conclude it, your emotions have led you to where you are today, and to just spend a little bit more time loving yourself. Thank you so much for spending time with me and joining me in this beautiful session that we had. If you liked or enjoyed the video, please feel free to subscribe, like, share the video, whatever you want to do, boo. But thank you so much again. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Sending you my love and light, and until next time. Mwah.